Bonjour and welcome to Learn French with Nat. So in this video we're going to go over weather vocabulary, but vocabulary specific to Quebec. Sometimes in Quebec we use really quirky words to describe weather, and I think maybe because we live it so extremely here. So be sure to stay tuned to watch the video because some of them are, are pretty fun, okay? Bonjour and welcome to Learn French with Nat. So if you're new to my channel, well, I'm Nat and I love teaching French. Usually I teach grammar or vocabulary or all that stuff, but sometimes I like going over some differences or different expressions between Quebec and France. And that's what I'm doing in this video because I'm from Quebec and I find it quite fun. So be sure to subscribe because I want to make sure that you don't miss any content, okay? Now let's get into the lesson. Alright, so like I said, we're going over some weather vocabulary. And in this specific case, actually, it's cold weather, okay? Because we live in a cold place in the winter here, okay? Il fait froid. So, first of all, as winter starts, you want to say it's chilly. But we have different gradients of chilly to cold, okay? So let's go over them because they're quite funny. So if it's a little bit chilly, you can say, c'est frisquet. C'est frisquet. If it gets a little bit more cold, you say, c'est frais. Il fait frais dehors. And then you would go to, il fait froid aujourd'hui. Il fait froid. Now, if it's really cold to the point where it's like -40, you go outside and you feel you got slapped in the face by the cold. You say, il fait frette. Il fait frette aujourd'hui. Il fait frette. Okay? So this isn't actually a correct term you would ever read in a book, but these are local French expressions that we use, and you're going to hear it pretty often, okay? Il fait frette, okay? Now, let's go to the next one. So, il fait frette is the equivalent of it's really, 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 really cold outside, or I think in France they would say ça caille, ça caille. So that's how they would say in French. But I don't think they really know the real cold that we live here, so that's why we made up il fait frette. So, beyond il fait frette, yes, I think there's a next gradient after that. We say, on gèle. On gèle aujourd'hui. Il gèle. That's like beyond slap in the face, like you do not go outside. Okay? So those are all the gradients. So another word we use in Quebec that apparently they don't use in France, but I think it's because, like I said, our weather is so different, is Poudrerie. So Poudrerie describes light snow that's fallen, but can be taken by the wind and it's blowing everywhere, and it's light snow that's kind of blowing in your face everywhere. So that's considered la poudrerie, okay? To the extreme, a snowstorm in French is une tempête de neige. Tempête de neige. Une tempête de neige. Tempête de neige, well, that's often our schools closed if there's a big tempête de neige, okay? Because you can't go outside. The roads are snowed over. You can't move. It's just really difficult getting around. So that's considered une tempête de neige. I don't think they have those in French. They would call it une importante chute de neige. But we also get a lot more snow here. So I don't think they really know what a tempête de neige is. In winter on the side of the road, we have huge snowbanks created by the plows that really try to pick up the snow off the road. And that's called un banc de neige. Un banc de neige, un banc de neige. I'm saying it à la québécoise, okay? I hope you appreciate this. Un banc de neige. So we say it really fast. So, un banc de neige in France, I think they consider it une banquette or un andin de neige. It's not exactly the same as what we have. Ours are huge. I mean, you can go like sliding down them into the road, okay? Because they can be so high in the winter, okay? Donc, un banc de neige. So often if you live in downtown Montreal, for example, and you park in the street, the snowplows come and they plow the snow over, behind, in front of your car, and your car gets stuck. I mean, sometimes it is impossible to get your car out, especially if you live downtown, okay? So what you would say in this case is, mon auto est pogné dans la neige. Pogné dans la neige. My car's stuck in the snow. Je suis pogné dans la neige. Happens a lot, okay? It's unfortunate, but, it's part of winter. What are you going to do? So as the snow starts to subside a little bit in the spring and it starts raining, in French you say raining, how you say raining is you say il pleut. But in Quebec, we have a second word to say il pleut. You can also say il mouille. Mouille is like wet. Il mouille. It's like we turned it into a verb. Il mouille. Okay? So you can say il pleut, il mouille. Il pleut is the correct word. Il mouille is more in conversational French again. Okay? So you can say il mouille dehors. So we have 3 fun different expressions to say, basically it's raining a lot. It's raining cats and dogs in French Quebec. You can say il mouille à siaux. Il mouille à siaux. Siaux is a reference to seau, which is a bucket, meaning it's raining, buckets. Il pleut à siaux. Or you can say il tombe des clous. Il tombe des clous. Clous is nail. Il tombe des clous. It means it's raining hard and loud. Il tombe des clous. Okay? And the last one is il pleut à boire debout. Il pleut à boire debout. So I don't know if you notice it, but in Quebec, often le il, we turn it into a i. We cut the L. We just make it as short as possible. So you say il pleut à boire debout. So boire is drink. It's raining so much that I can just stand up and just drink the rain. Okay? Il pleut à boire debout. It's raining standing up. The translation. So il pleut à boire debout. Il pleut à siaux. Il tombe des clous. Okay? So I thought I'd make a fun video because I think sometimes expressions in different regions can be really interesting to learn because they're really quirky. And also if you visit Quebec and you hear these things, you might be a little bit confused because they're definitely not part of the standard metropolitan French. So, just something to learn about our local culture. So, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any content. Okay? Merci les amis!